So, hello everyone, it's time for waifu against waifu, you know, quadruple waifus. They have Lily with 5 shotguns, they have, you know, Rollerblade, Hell waifu, Heaven waifu, and of course Destiny waifu. And they give them pretty good names though. I mean, it's fun to say that. They have the Destiny waifu fighting the Heaven and Hell waifu. It writes itself, right? But anyway, yesterday, I did a very good video where I explained why Rudy sucks, right, in Mutenshi. And after this video, I'm gonna do a Man of Culture video. So for that to be really fun, I'm talking about how you can measure something, because what makes you the ultimate Man of Culture collector, right? So show you some fun stuff, and I just got it in mail yesterday, the ultimate collection item. So fun to show that thing. But now then, penultimate episode here of waifus. I'll say it here again, right? This anime, it is a really good anime when they fight, right? And then everything else is pretty crap, yeah. When they fight, it's like, oh my god, look at the oppas, it's like flopping oppas around, it's knife and shots thing. And so on, right? And hey, we are at the finals, so now they have cool fights, but the storyline is just like appallingly predictable. You're like, oh, the guy that was like, he's evil. It's basically like the mustard swirling guys. So in episode 2 and 1, especially episode 2, right? You have the bad guy. Spoilers here. They have the bad guy, right? And he just is like, You're like, you're a bad guy? No, I'm just doing this thing. Yeah. So basically, this guy sees like this, right? And you're like, everyone knows that he's the bad guy. It took us like, what, 10 episodes, last episode, to reveal he's the bad guy? You're like, I killed your father. You're like, yeah, who else would have killed his father? But of course the main cat's like, what? Nani? You betrayed my daddy? You're like, yeah, because the other guy, also remember this thing, in episode, was it 7 or 8? Grand Maestro's companion, right, the Maestro, the other Maestro guy, he killed his girlfriend, right? Yeah, he was like, I killed your girlfriend. So why is he surprised that the older guy killed his father? I mean, did those guys were in cahoots? Yeah, you're like, yeah, he knew this. But anyway, that's what episode 11 and reviews and what. It's hopefully a really good fight, and then maybe he has a good storyline, but probably not. So 3, 2, 1, and go. And oh, so now I put them in a coma. Okay, putting the. This is so strange. How did they get here though? Does it make any sense? I mean, Lily. You know, Shotgun Lily blasted them with her beam shotgun. That was straight up Guilty Gear, man. She was like, beam shotgun! I was like, what? She has a shotgun. Suddenly she was like, laser beam! And I'm like, how? Your shotgun, you had bullets. No, but it turned into like a laser cannon. 5 of them. Because, I don't know, it was cute. But yeah. And then he just didn't disengage after that. Because now they're back to Lotte's lab here. Actually, pressar Oneshan. Okay, good. Yeah, she's like, I love you, Oneshan. You can save my sister. And your sister too, kinda. Anna-chan! This feels so unmotivated, honestly. I feel I'm very negative to this anime, the storytelling, because it's pretty crap. But it's opening, right? No? It's not opening. It's Heaven and Hell or something. It's like Tokyo Ghoul, man. What's happening? This anime is so weird. Okay, now it's like a crystal. Like, why is he's the bad guy? He's like, yeah, I have a crystal or something. Why? What is this thing? He has a kind of weird, like, fantastic crystal in the bottom of the basement or something. That he uses to play music on, I guess? Yeah, like a maestro. What? It keeps going. Oh, and also, why do they have the crystal in the basement where everyone works? Man, that anime is so weird. Okay, so he had like a crystal that no one knew about for some reason in the basement where they all worked. And then he impaled his hand, and I guess he's turning into the crystal. But why wasn't it even to begin with? This is so goddamn bad. Holy shit, it's going like, you know, JRPG bad guy. I'm turning into the god or something. Yeah, it's gonna, of course, it's gonna spawn the demons things. This really is like, I am becoming god, you know. This is the whole one-winged angel trope. The bad guy is like, yeah, that's right, I am Sephiroth or something. But this was, I never seen this crystal before in my life. They never explained that they had a crystal in the basement. My god, that anime is so stupid. I just wanna see sexy wives to big oppas fight. I just wanna see big titted fights, honestly. I just wanna see, you know, the flopping of the boobies. It's like, oh my god, that truly went one with angel. The bad guy goes to the basement underneath where everyone is, right? Where Lotte and so on is. And we've never seen the battle before. And it's a crystal down there, like a fantastic crystal, literally, right? And he's like, "Ah! My blood is impaled on it!" And then it turns... Yeah, and now suddenly the crystal, like, becomes like a, you know, I don't know, Tokyo Ghoul centipede or something, yeah. And he's like, "I am now God," I guess. And he spawns the alien bug or something. He's turning into, like, you know, Sephiroth Mother or something. Genova combination or something. Oh my god, it's so tropey to holy shit. It's just so, yeah, it's so badly written because it's so tropey. It's honestly, even though it's so stupid, it's kind of what I expect, right? I expect the bad guy to be like, "I am God!" And I expect him to go into some kind of mode where he, yeah, becomes a god or something. I expect it to happen. I said that literally was gonna, not that he was gonna do it, but I literally told you guys in episode 2 or 3 or something. I believe it's episode 2 even. I said that it was gonna end with, you know, them fighting some kind of Sephiroth, one-wing angel monstrosity, right? Like a I said literally JRPG, you know, giant monstrosity thing. Like Final Fantasy bad guy, yeah. Like, it literally happens. But holy shit, what is this stupid thing? Orpheus, of course, a classic play, but he's like, yeah, I goes in there and I turn into a giant or something. You're like, why? And also, why was it... Is it dreaming now, I guess? Because in a coma, right? So you think it's mine, maybe? No. But wasn't he in a... But I love it, yeah, he transformed the Symphonia to like a hell dimension or something. Yeah, and he's summoning all the monsters. But why is he doing it for? It's so bad motivation though. I have zero, you know, understanding of why the bad guy is the bad guy for. Yeah, he's like, "I'm just destroying the planet." Like, why? Well, I don't know. Yeah, so now he got, you know, 2 girlfriends now. Yeah, so now he got 2 wives here. He got Lily too, right? This is what I said, of course, episode 4 or 5, he's gonna get a harem. Yeah. But he's gonna get a harem. Where's Valkyrie 2? He's gonna have at least Valkyrie 2 as well. He's gonna get 3 waifus, definitely. Look at this. I pick up another waifu, right? Of course, she got the waifu last week. I mean, her husband died, right? And he's a new husband. Yeah, that's how it works. But again, why is Sagan doing this? Oh, another waifus. That, I guess, has no master. Just a random cute girl. Ah, but he's obviously gonna pick them up. That's what I mean. I kept saying this at episode 5. He's obviously gonna pick up the army of waifu. He's gonna get like an army of waifus, right? So when I wait for, he's gonna, because they have no master, right? He's gonna have like a gang of like waifus. He's gonna have like a gigantic waifu army versus the one with Angel Sephiroth bad guy. But this is also why the bad guy is so stupid. So why is he transforming? He basically went to that Avengers headquarters, right? And it was like, "I'm gonna transform my evil powers inside their fortress of solitude or whatever." Yeah, I mean, he probably had to go there because the crystal was in that place. But it also means that all the superheroes are in that place, right? Yeah, like he's like, "I need to go to the bad guy needs to go to the main characters, that all the heroic people where they live together. He has to go to that place to get the power, I suppose." But it's kind of like a radical strategy. Like, why didn't he make sure that they were fighting something else with the tune power the hell has? Why didn't he make sure that they were at least not there for the moment? Like, there's a bunch of heroes there, right? And also, why is Helen helping him for? Because the other girls aren't. Yeah, okay, so Anna, I think she's gonna turn into a waifu too, right? So you're gonna get waifu powers, probably. It feels like Anna's also gonna transform eventually. Wait. Oh, okay, I should say that. How did they get there? Oh, it's like a secret passage. Of course she knows. Why does she even know that, though? Whatever. But of course, Titan-chan knows about the secret underground passage. The bad guy, of course, doesn't know about. So he could have closed the door. He could have, you know, Sagan, the Grand Master of the place, the king, basically, he doesn't know about it. He could have closed his door, but he didn't. Because, you know, he's the bad guy with with all the information, except, of course, the secret passage. I'm just saying, it's a little bit like, oh, it's a secret passage door to the lair of the bad guy, even though he built the castle. Oh, but she knows. But what is Sagan? He's like a demon thing. But he's a Grand Master, right? But he's like an alien. What is he? It's gonna be something really stupid. He's also like, she's like, oh, he's the evil alien that destroyed the planet. Something. He's like a parasite. He's like Lavos or something. I don't know. Like, what is Sagan? Is he Lavos? He's the form of Lavos in human form or something? You know, something like that. Yeah, he's the... Yeah, we can team up, girl. We're all one big wife army now. Come on, Tatan-chan, we're one big family. Yes, it was by my sensei. He was my master, kinda. And he gave me you to be my girlfriend. Come on. Of course, it's like, pfft. We got some losers, I don't need you. I need the weaklings. I got a mail. Someone sent me a mail now. I hate that when I sit into something else and I'll still like log in on different, you know, work stuff and so on. That sounds like an Outlook mail. Sound effect, yeah. So whatever. Here we go! You're entering! Where's all the waifus though? They're probably there too, right? I want to say an army of waifus, come on. Give me like the huge army of sexy girls. Yeah, she got her badass shotgun girl. Like, what's that? Okay, it's Anna, of course. Is Anna gonna transform finally? Okay, it's eating, I guess, humans. It actually never is explained why this monster attacks humans, except with music. But do they attack them to eat them or something? That guy was eating a human. It's the first time I think we ever saw them eating a human. Like a real zombie here. This whole storyline feels so uninteresting. Because there's like no build up for this Lotte character. She just kinda appeared like last episode, kinda feel like. And kinda sure she's been mentioned earlier, it's the big sister of Anna. So I understand she loves the big sister, right? But it doesn't really feel like I care about this side story. It feels so uninteresting. Except if they get powers. If this doesn't mean that Anna or not to get powers, it feels pointless. They also have to get powers. I want these girls to also develop waifu warrior powers. Waifu cyborg musical power things. If they don't, this storyline is so pointless. Then it's just like a random dabs of interest that it's not needed anyway. Because Unmei was coming anyway, right? Yeah, of course, now they say it by them. See, I think. Okay, that's a good fake out, actually. That was a good fake out. It looked like she was shooting at the thing at him then, but it was something else. She's like, I want that date popcorn back, man! You better bring me some cute data to this. You better bring me some cute food to this. Be a good boyfriend. Yeah. He's dying though with red eye there. Strawberry. What's wrong with her? I want a strawberry cake after this and the cinnamon. And I want some chips. Yeah, this girl has some issues. She's just so... At least she's fat because... Yeah. I'll get that for you. God damn it. Yeah. Yeah, because they want to have a cute date right there. Because she's like, oh, you are doing it? I say, yeah. Stop talking about our date. Yeah, it's like, oh, I see you, what? It's like... But again, this is way less interesting than the waifu fight, right? It's hell and heavy interesting, yeah. Fighting these zombies aren't that interesting. It's back to that boring, the slugfest of zombies, right? The next episode is gonna be obviously the final, like, you know, Master Evil, One-Winged Angel, super form, right, you know? Okay, so no Lotte is dead or something. So it's Anna, can she finally transform? Because the mother left him the power to create destiny anyway, so why would the mother give him the power to create destiny, right? So there's something that is a lie there, right? Yeah, it's good. I'm gonna fight it anyway. Ah! Finally! She's back in waifu! I kept saying that for like 5 episodes. What was his final comrade? Valkyrie, his 4th waifu. Finally. It's obviously gonna come eventually, right? Yeah, of course. Oh boy, see your sisters. She might finally figure that out because they look all exactly the same. He's obviously gonna play with Valkyrie too. I mean, Valkyrie fell in love with him, right? So, I mean, Valkyrie is like literally in love with him. So this is even like Titan is like an inherent waifu, but Valkyrie wants to be with him, yeah. And of course keeps dying with his, you know, waifu vampire powers, yeah. They drain too much of his life force. The difference is never explained why he died so fast, and all the other monsters. I mean, yes, of course, they aren't connected like he is with his woman. They are like soul bound, but at the same time, if she eats a lot, why wouldn't he get power too? It's kind of weird, actually. If they're so soul bound, if she increased her energy, would he also get energy then? Why is it only in one direction for? Like, it's a really bad, you know, it's a really bad trade, yeah, like energy trade. Because it's only a negative for him, he never gets anything back. Even though she's like increasing in energy and eating and so on. I have no idea how they got here. Suddenly they're in the big room. Just in, I don't know. She's got another room somehow, from the, I guess, whatever. Doesn't matter that much though, but yeah. See, nice, Valkyrie's back, you know. Clearly looks exactly like the Valkyrie from the games, as I mentioned last time we saw her. It's exactly like the Namco Valkyrie character. And like Sophia and so on in Soul Calibur, and Cassandra, sister. Oh yeah, it's like a weirder, bigger one. No, I like her song. This is yeah, it's like good, old good German music. More girls. Look at that Lily. She's so cute. There we go. Yes. Let's all be one big happy family. Nice. Yes. Let's team up. What happened to the other waifus though? There was like a bunch of waifus outside too, yeah. Bringing in all the new waifus, like it's all bonus waifus, yeah. Bring in that black haired one, the blue girl, you know, bring in all of them, bring in all of them. Next episode he's probably gonna master all of them. He's gonna get like the whole crew of them. I'm gonna guess together that Sagan wants to fight him. Sagan's like, I need you to fight the best musician for some reason. He's like, I want to train you to be able to fight me so we can have the greatest fight ever. It's gonna be something stupid like that. If you unlocked my power, I can now unlock the true power of God and turn into the destroyer of mankind and planets or something. It's gonna be something really, really stupid. Certainly. It's time for like Destiny and Health, yeah, fights on. What I mean, Heaven also. The Umbrella fighter. She looks so dead, man. Nice ass there on Valkyrie. And she's so in love with him. I mean, but she's actually in love with him though. She's actually in love with him. I'm not even. I mean, she clearly fell in love with him. I'm gonna be very much. I love you, stupid boy. Yeah, come on. Let's kiss him already. She's so sudden. Oh, come on. Come on, Lily-chan. I don't know. Don't they need her? Come on, don't you need her? I understand she was annoying, but don't you wanna fight with her? Why did you knock out your sister, kinda, your shared husband and wife thing? That seems really stupid. Also, that was like ridiculous. She was like, "Hey, shut up," and she knocked her out. Like, we're gonna go fight Satan now, so I'm gonna knock out my teammate because she's annoying me. Like, what? Yeah, she knocked out one of the armor girl too. The Valkyrie has the shield power. Yeah, she's the electric tank, right? She knocked out the electric tank character because she was like, oh, she's annoying me. Well, she's a DPS character. She's the ranged DPS character with the shotgun. Yeah, you need that tank. And she's knocked out her hard too. She's lying there completely collapsed, right? Very impressive. Her plan is, of course, really stupid here. I understand she's emotional because he's gonna die, right? But it's like, they need to fight Sagan though. Sagan is destroying the planet, right? He's like, I will eat all the humans, something, and then the universe, right? So they have to stop Sagan. You can't just run away from this thing. I thought also this guy's kind of stupid, honestly. Even if I understand her emotions, because it's just so objectively, you know, like, okay, she's crying, oh, you're gonna die and so on. But this is a situation where this guy is literally transforming into like a living skyscraper of size, right? He's like literally turning into the centipede of Toguro. And if he does that, he's gonna kill all the humans. So you can't run away from this thing. You can't leave this fight to be like, I'm gonna run away and, you know, live at the farm for 3 years and then we all die, right? The only thing you do otherwise is that you run away and hide in a cave, right? And you can live maybe for extra years. But this is a field where there's no point of running here. So you're gonna die if you run, right? Anyway, you're gonna live for slightly longer. Oh no! She's all like, yeah. But the thing is that I agree with him. The music is nice, but I think it's kind of fun of the anime because yeah, you're not preserving music, you're preserving life. You know, like it went from defending music when it never was defending music into like defending the whole planet from like an alien monster guy or something, right? Whatever he is. So it definitely is a little bit like okay, but definitely in the storyline for that matter. Oh my god, he gets the waifu from Anna. Oh my god, Ed, she's already smashing your sister. What's happening, Anna? Yeah, stupid otaku! What are you doing, Anna? He's already smashing your sister. What is this? He's already losing all of them. Yeah, good point. I don't know what I kissed you for! Yeah, he's already smashing all of your family. Come on. Maybe she can transform too, though. I want her to also transform. Come on. I want Onesha to also transform her body. You better protect my husband thing. This is weird now then. He kissed her sister's boyfriend. But she obviously that felt really weird because she's like, was she in love with him? Wasn't that like more her kid brother? She kissed her brother basically. What? She basically kissed her little brother. Wasn't she raising him? She raised him like a brother, right? And she was clearly aware that her sister was in love with this guy, right? She kind of raised him, you know, gave him food, took care of him, helped him grow up. She basically is like kissing her little brother. That was really weird, honestly, because yeah, was she in love with him in that way? I felt they come out of nowhere. I felt like she always tried to make, you know, Cosette marry him, right? Because she's like, he's my kid brother, and my sister's in love with him. And now she's like, now she's like, oh, you like that? What about me, right? Not the red, yeah. No, you're tired? Yeah, now she's all like angry with him, good, yeah. She's like, stupid boy, you kicked my sister. Yeah, idiot, yeah, I love it. Now she's all like Netherrealm, she's all yeah, you kissed my sister? Think you better than me? Yeah. That is me, yeah, Oppice, yeah, like. See, the hell good answer, come on, we all been together, you and me, like, don't even question it, I don't need energy. Good answer, yeah, come on. Now kiss him too, right there. She needs to kiss him too. The reason is because she kissed you, clearly. The reason is because she kissed you. Shut up! Don't talk about the kiss yet! The reason is because she tried to seduce you, yeah, I see it. Kiss him too, Destiny, do it. Are you doing my sister? Don't you date me, yeah. I'm in love with Cosette, right? He's like, I love you, you idiot. Your face is red. He goes another alien thing. But I like she's like, oh, your face is red. Yeah, his face is all red. His face is like, it's the freaking like, you know, blood marked right thing. But yeah. So they're gonna wait for the whole back guy reveal the next episode. Here she finally is, right? Wait. Still carrying heaven like that? Okay. They're probably gonna fuse, right? They're gonna fuse. I'm telling you guys, they're gonna fuse. They are gonna fuse. They're gonna be heaven and hell, right? They're gonna be like, best sister, team up, girl. They are gonna fuse. They're gonna turn into heaven and hell. I have seen ads in my life before. They are gonna kiss each other now, and they're gonna fuse, right? And they're gonna turn into one super waifu. They're gonna pierce her, and they're gonna turn into a super waifu, clearly. See, they love each other. They want body, heaven and hell. That's it. That is so obvious. This is the most predictable anime. It's the most predictable anime ever. Come on, they're gonna turn into a super waifu. They're gonna turn into the ultimate waifu from heaven and hell. Come on, like this who cannot predict this shit? Here we go. Now they are. Okay, first you turn into like what, rocket launchers? Okay, it's a weird fusion power. But okay, I guess from the explosion, the super waifu will come. Yeah, the double waifu. The double whammy waifu. I've seen this in anime before, definitely, when you... Here we go! Super waifu! It's so stupid! Oh god! I love it. It's so obvious. Come on. She turns into the super waifu. Exactly. And she's all like... Oh, hey, she's Orpheus, of course, and the title is Orpheus. She went to hell, right? Yeah, of course. Yeah, but I mean, it's so obvious, you're gonna fuse! Like, if you ever seen anime before, you know this is gonna happen! Yeah, it's like, this anime, I mean, the storyline is written by like a 5-year-old, no, but, I mean, the storyline is written by a person, right, that has like, how would I say it, that has like seen other animes, right? There's zero creativity in the storyline. Like, come on, like, you have to really never see an anime for this. Like, I'm immediately, like, they're gonna come, they're gonna fuse. They're gonna fuse, man. I mean, their name is Heaven and Hell too, you know. They're like, their name is Heaven and Hell. Come on, she's like, oh, we're gonna fight most. You hurt my sister, you know. Oh yeah, let's go. And it's like, yeah, of course. Orpheus is her, because I mean, he went to hell to save his waifu. Yeah. So it makes sense with the name, I suppose. Not really. He went to hell, but he had nothing to do with heaven, really, though. Not in the first, but it's like an old, yeah. We didn't know she has one. There's a crystal in the oppai. Yeah, one of the oppas is like crystallized. So it could be a weak spot there. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I guess it's probably where they pierced her heart, right? When they pierced through the hearts to fuse, and I guess that's like the weak spot then, right? Because yeah, why is one of the oppais with like a purple crystal thing? So if you destroy that one, she probably dies, right? But yeah, like what is she? Is heaven and hell a specific thing? Where they are actually not maestros, you know, that typical music art. They are actually aliens or evil or something. Because they seem to be on Sagan's side, not only because he's evil and they like him and love him, right? But they're actually like also somehow the same person. Gave me a little bit of like, let's call him, oh my god, Steven Universe, yeah, the whole, we're gonna have sex and dance together. Yeah, because they have this like, because I mean, they clearly have this kind of like Yuri moment. They're like, I have to kiss you. Yeah, it's like we fuse by kissing. It's like it definitely has that feeling when they're looking at each other's eyes. She's like, yeah, I love you. Not I love you even more. Yeah, they have this like, oh, I'm in love with you, girl. Let's go, girlfriend. They certainly have that feeling, right? I would argue for immensely. It's a very, very Yuri bait, of course. Yeah, and she is like going to kiss her. Yeah, and they both, you know, have this like weird smile, right? And yeah, I think they both go towards their mouths, right? Yeah, but then they get pierced during kind of a kiss, right? Or kind of, they're engaging into a kiss, and then they think pierce them at the same time, right? It's before they arrive at the kiss, right? But really stupid when Titan knocked out Valkyrie. That was really stupid. I was like, what? Yeah, it's like, what's happening? Like, why is she knocking out? Oh, we're going to fight the evil, you know, yeah, the evil, super evil character over there, the fusion waifu. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, spoilers here then, but it reminds me of spoilers for, what's it called? Misfit of Takamiya, yeah, you know, with Arnos-kun, yeah, so spoilers now. So in this anime, it's the main character, there's two waifus mostly, right? And they can turn into his weapon too. Yeah, they turn into his weapons, right? But they can also fuse, and then you get like a super weapon. Yeah, so if you, the waifu is the actual sword he has, right? And then they make them stronger. The one is hell and one is fire, and like ice fire kind of thing going on there, right? And one is very sundra and one is very cold and so yeah, they turn in together, get an ice fire waifu sword. Like this is what it reminds me of. He's like, yeah, we're gonna fight heaven and hell, the double waifu shimmy. Let's go, baby. The lot part was so pointless. Valkyrie could have arrived and saved anyone else. That's why. Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of, but I have to say I was very disappointed that they only brought it in Destiny. That made no sense, but the author girls are going to come happy anyway later on. Of course, Valkyrie's going to wake up and come and help people, but that made zero sense. Why did they only bring with him Destiny after she kissed Anna? I mean, certainly it was a little more, you know, romantic to only bring his main love interest, but Valkyrie's also in love with him as the one, yeah. I mean, he has like 3 girlfriends at least, right? And Titan basically, of course, last episode, got Titan as a bonus, right there. I mean, her husband died, and he like, and her, you know, he's like, my daughter, you can pick her up or something. Yeah, and he kind of gave her to him, right? Like, oh, you can go and play with my girl now, yeah. But he goes at the Anarchies. He gets like all of them, right? So he's getting the whole harem waifu things. But honestly, I felt like the addition of Valkyrie and then making her leave immediately, it makes like no sense. So of course, it's probably gonna come later and be like, I also wanna fight the Archangel double fusion girl, right? I wanna fight too. She probably won't fight her, but I could see her coming in the next fight and fighting Sagan. But one thing that I'm honestly exactly right on here, which I feel is so stupid in this anime, how they really fail, is that I said this thing to honestly a few episodes ago, and I said it exactly, and me and of course I'm predictable, but I said that I feel they're gonna do the Sagan backstory the last episode. And it's gonna be so terrible, because it's gonna be so hard to understand his backstory. I mean, it's probably gonna be either ridiculously bad, right, or whatever. It's gonna be so hard to like create his backstory in one episode, right? You know what I mean? So of course, saving his backstory to this episode or next episode is just so stupid. It starts with the whole crazy, oh, I'm actually like Satan. Yeah, oh, I'm actually like, you know, the demon alien guy that was also leading the humans. But this character is so weird because he's obviously the most bad evil guy ever, most predictable bad guy in history of anime. And at the same time, he's also the leader of the musical. He's also like the king, basically. He's like the guy, but somehow Lily the shotgun is like, oh, he's Satan, or he's like actually an alien, or something. She knows that, right? She knows he's the man behind everything. So did Lenny. He never told anyone. This guy's like running the whole country, and he's also the bad guy, at the same time. Which you could say is a good bad guy strategy, but then why is he turning into a monster? You know what I mean? If he's the bad guy, and he's like, oh, I'm already king. I'm already controlling America. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if, yeah, but basically, it's like he's already the king, more or less, of the country. So why is he like, oh, I need to transform and become my true form of a giant monster thing to eat people? Like, why is that a step for him? It's like, he's already controlled, right? So that has to be some kind of stupid backstory of, oh, I'm actually a Lavos, and I eat plants or whatever. I'm a parasite that eat planets. Yeah, then it has to become like it has to go into something else. Yeah, I'm actually a space guy, and I need to like consume planets to retain my body form or something, right? Otherwise, I need to go into that. Yeah, like it makes no sense. Like I need to go into like the absurdity, right? My true evil form and eat all the humans and go to the next planet, right? It's like, this is all part of my plan to destroy the universe or something. It needs to become like, something else, right? And that's like, why? It's like, yeah, why? I'm not saying it's bad to have that kind of storytelling of the bag is actually a Lavos alien kind of thing. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying that then we have to spend the whole next episode, not the whole episode, but have to spend at least part of the next episode to, motivate, right? Okay, why is this guy the alien parasite eating planet guy? It has to at least explain it, at least in a very minimalistic way. Oh, I'm actually a planet eater, right? You know what I mean? It has to at least be explained what it's doing, not on the most detailed plan, but at least like, why are you doing this before? Why did you send that Orpheus to us and so on? Heaven and Hell fusion waifu. Oh, I'm actually an evil alien that eats planets, and actually I've been sitting on Earth for thousands of years, and this is my grand scheme, right, to consume all the musical souls or something, and then I can go to Mars and eat them as well, or whatever. You know what I mean? That has to be his plan, right? Something stupid like that. And it has to at least be explained for at least like 5-10 minutes this episode. It's gonna cost us most of the fights, right? But certainly all of these waifus are gonna come next episode. Certainly they are. They're all gonna come next episode and fight that one win Aiden, right? So we introduced a few more waifus that I guess also have no maestros. And that's why I think his strategy is so weird too, that he's, as I mentioned earlier in Redspot, that he goes and like creates this like super monster form in the heroic place, right? Yeah. This is the place where all the heroes work. So he's like, I'm gonna start my power. He probably had no choice, but where he started, he needed the middle thing to do it, I guess. But wouldn't he still wanna do it when they're not there, as I mentioned earlier? Wouldn't it be like, maybe he has that control power, right? He can send them out with hell to, like other side of the country, and he's a king. He's like, all of you waifus, you have to go and fight that monster in Alaska, right? They all fly over here, and then he does this thing, right? Why wouldn't he do that thing? Why wouldn't he? Because he's a king, that's what I mean, he's a Grand Master, that's why it doesn't make any sense. If he was just one of the bad guys, but he didn't have the power, and he infiltrated their place. It's one thing if he just infiltrated, basically, the castle, right? And then he set going in motion of the dungeon in the castle. But he owns the castle, he's the king of the castle, he doesn't have to. He's going down there and, and press the button, right? He's the king. So he could have at least made these girls be somewhere else and then press the button and then of course started. So I think that is really stupid. I hate that honestly, because of course Sagan is supposed to be this like, I'm the evil planet eater monster guy, of course. It's supposed to be really, really, like I'm a god that eats planets, right? Whatever, something like that. But why is he stupid for? Why, if you're a planet-eating god, why are you stupid? Certainly you underestimate your opponent because they are just, whatever, music cyber girls. They're like tiny guys. I'm a big guy. So certainly you underestimate them. And that is, I guess, in their, it's like a logical, I guess, pattern for those typical godlike bad guys, certainly. But still though, like he could have been much more smarter with his plan. And he's been like this like manipulating guy in the shade before, right? So I hate that because he went from, like, I'm a manipulating bastard king, right? That's like tricking people on the side, having this guy be my, my slave basically, doing what I want, so on, tricking him and so on. And suddenly it's like time for the grand plan. He just throws away all his preparation and just does it, right? And that's, honestly, I'm not gonna spoil it here. We have Bleach behind me, but it reminds me of Bleach, and I hated that Bleach. I mean, I don't hate Bleach, but I hated that one. I want to spoil it because it's a big spoiler, right? But the actual bad person in Bleach when that character is revealed, it's really good. Okay, that's one of the best shonen things ever. The original reveal of who is actually behind everything in Bleach is so good. And I was watching it and reading it, from the beginning. I was watching it like weekly, right? So I was like, holy shit. So I was spoiled, no one knew, you know what I mean? I was like, again, I was dear from the beginning. So for me, my friends, and Bleach was out, right? We were like, it was like massive. No one could have spoiled you. There was no, rumor behind it. We were like, whoa, what a twist, right? It was amazing. However, after that twist, and again, that twist is one of the absolute best shonen moments, I think, in history. An amazing moment to have the Bleach team behind me, yeah. I don't hate Bleach. I hate when it kind of became, that's what I mean. I love Bleach in the beginning, but it's what I'm talking about. After the bad person does the bad thing in Bleach, and it's the twist reveal, then that bad person picks up the idiot ball, right? And the IQ goes from 5,000 to like 5, right? Yeah, and that's what I mean, because it's the exact same thing. That bad guy goes from being this genius manipulator, right? And then eventually, when he gets the true power, and I'm a god now, I'm gonna fight everyone with my god powers. His brain is like, his IQ is like 5. And even if he's the strongest person ever, he can still, do his strategy. So I don't want to spoil details, but basically, this is not a real spoiler, but whatever. It's like a very brief thing. I won't say what is whoever, if you see Bleach. But basically, the bad person kills another bad person, right? Used to like, I am God now, bam, kind of like that. I won't say who, but he's like, bam, kind of like, I don't need this guy anymore. Oh, she's my wife, she's dead, bro, kind of like that, yeah. You just gotta betray one of the other bad guys to show how amazing power it is. But that's what I mean. It doesn't make any sense, because before that moment, he was the smartest character in the show, right? So why would he? Just because the bad guy suddenly has the highest physical strength, what is the point of killing your allies? Because he still has to fight the other good guys, right? So even if he's like, I am the strongest now, he still has a use of the other bad guys. So it usually didn't make any sense. So I really hated that in Bleach. And that's done for me in Bleach, right? Because it was really smart in the beginning, but then the bad guy, unfortunately in the end, I think it ends, honestly, in my sense, in this arc then, pretty weak, right? Because the bad guy gets dumber and dumber, the stronger he gets. But actually, I mean, it's one thing if like, when he grows muscles, his brain power goes down. I mean, it would be really bad power trade, but at least it would display it. But no, when he grows in like, soul energy, his just strategy just doesn't care anymore. Like, he's just so, arrogant, basically, right? I do buy it to some extent, though. He's so arrogant, right, that he stops planning. Sure, it doesn't actually make some sense, but the same thing here with Sagan. Like, he has all these plans he's been doing, right, since the beginning of the anime, and suddenly, now he's like, whatever, let's do it, yeah. Now it's like, he has this like really, really, I guess, detailed plan for like years, and then suddenly, when it's finally time to press the start button, he just throws all strategies away. And I think that honestly is a very typical, again, tropey behavior from these like JRPG bad guys. They have this grand strategy, but they suddenly drops they drop the grand strategy just the last moment, and then they're gonna get owned up. He could have won this fight easier, and then the good guys would have stopped him to kill the planet. But now they are, because he dropped that thing, and he sent that Orpheus to fight them for some reason. He could have done that better too, right? She could have I mean, this looks cool, of course, don't get me wrong. It's like a waifu appears and becomes a double waifu, so don't get me wrong. But isn't it also really stupid? I mean, it's so predictable, but it's stupid in that why haven't they transformed before? I guess you could explain that they have, when they become the true form, heaven and hell, they can only stay, but I don't think so, because this to me, and actually was a Bleach reference, honestly, this to me feels more like this is the true form, and they can like split apart and become two people. This feels more like her actual form. I think Orpheus, honestly, I feel this feels more like her genuine form. Right? This to me feels like they're fused together in like this kind of weird alien woman, right? And then this alien woman can become two people. That's ultimately how this feels to me. That this is her original form, and then the other thing is like her soul split apart, or her heart, or her body. It's like her brain and her brain and her heart, something has like two different bodies. Yeah, that to me is also a little more how it feels like Orpheus has true form. Maybe, because it feels more like they're kind of reverting into what they truly are. Like, I'm actually an alien, something like that, right? That being said, though, I wonder if the other girls confused too then, like the Titan and so on. Maybe, right? maybe he can make them all turn into one super mega waifu. Yeah, 10 of them, and then like it's a waifu time now, baby. Perhaps. Anyway, it's a long video, long aspected, but it got me thinking of, but this anime is so tropey. It's like the tropiest anime ever. Everything is just so predictable because it has all the tropes right. And that's just with like Bleach, yeah, with both the reverse double fusion thing, and this thing is the one the bad guys planned very Bleach and right. The behavior of the bad guys very Bleach, so on. So yeah, like, it's just JRPGing it. It's all these tropes, right? But I think the problem with the anime, not only that it's so tropey, is mostly of course the issue that what's the point of the Anna and Lotte scene? Sure, she kissed him, but what's the point of them running around for like 5 minutes? The anime unfortunately has way too much filler with Anna, right? Doesn't make any sense. Like there's no purpose of having her and Lotte run around in that corridor. They could have been saved by Valkyrie immediately. We could have seen them talk. Oh, they're gonna die, right? And then we could have seen them in the corridor, and her vision is stuck. It's like, oh no, she had to carry you. The monster comes, then comes Valkyrie. That could have been enough. Don't have to say like 2-3 minutes of running on the corridor. Like this is wasting their time. And this for this anime just every episode. It's also wasting 2, 3, 5 minutes of usually Anna, but other characters too. It doesn't really do anything for the storyline for the fight. They just have like, here's the girls driving a car, kind of, it doesn't do anything. It's kind of like, yeah, they're on a date. It's like so unnecessary time spent. But whatever, guys, a longer video expected, but it really got me thinking about why this anime has so many issues. Because yeah, it's so tropey that, of course, like if you have seen any old anime before, basically, right? You have seen it all, yeah. Like this just feels like an amalgamation of, yeah, that's what it is. It's an amalgamation of tropes, right? Of like mostly JRPG tropes. It really is the most like JRPG. It's like a JRPG and shonen. It's like a JRPG and shonen, and then you put them all together. This is the anime, and everyone's a hot waifu, yeah, and everyone's a very attractive woman. Yeah, and all the characters are basically babes, except the main character. It's literally like the main character and the bad guy, right? And everyone is like a female character. Yeah, it's like the main character is like a young boy and the evil old man, and then every other character is like a hot woman with huge tits. Yeah, that's like the anime. Yeah, this is literally the anime. The anime only has, because Lenny died, right? And the other guy died too. Yeah, the loser guy, he died too. So the anime only has like 2 male characters, and everyone else is like, stacked females in weird clothing and like weird dressing, like revealing clothing, and this like strange, skin, or like purple skin and blue skin and kind of reddish white skin, or like some other, green, yellow, rainbow eyes or something, yeah, and like purple hair and so on. Yeah, it's like a collection of just like hot babes with like, yeah, 2 guys. It's like a that this is a waifu anime, it really is. Anyway, guys, see you guys after this soon with my my Man of Culture video. It'll be awesome. Except for that, it'll be the best video ever. After, of course, the video yesterday.